Hello and welcome to English for You. That's Laura.
And that's Reese.
And today it's typhoon time. How to survive the storm. This article was written by me.
Again?
I was such
a good writer.
I love writing about storm and weather-related things too because storms get me so excited.
And also, I think students here like, the idea of not going to school.
Typhoon days.
Yeah, 台风天放假.
They can be exciting, but also kind of dangerous, as we will explore in today's dialogue.
Right.
Have you experienced many typhoons before?
Yes, of course. And then I remember going out to 7-Eleven, to buy lots of snacks and instant noodles. Yeah. And then it turned out that the typhoon wasn't as strong as I thought.
Yeah, sometimes they don't really happen as big as we expect, but then sometimes they might just suddenly rush in and take you by surprise.
Yes.
So it's better to be safe than sorry.
Yes.
Typhoons are exciting but dangerous, so we need to prepare for their arrival. Let's find out how.
Reading.
Typhoon time. How to survive the storm. Mark and Yin are watching TV in the living room of their apartment.
The typhoon is expected to hit tomorrow afternoon. The local government has announced all schools and offices will close. People should stay indoors and only leave their homes if absolutely necessary. Wind speeds could reach 160 kilometers per hour.
A typhoon day! That's exciting! It's my first typhoon in Taiwan.
They can be dangerous. This one could be very strong. We should make preparations for tomorrow.
Okay, what do we need to do?
We need to prepare supplies and make sure our apartment is ready for the storm. The cupboards are already full of food. Let's fill some bottles with drinking water in case the pipes break. We should also charge our phones and find some flashlights. We could lose power.
Got it. Could the storm break the windows?
It might. We should keep away from the windows if the winds get really strong.
I'm getting scared.
So at the beginning of our article, we have two characters to introduce. Mark and Yin are watching TV in the living room of their apartment. So we can guess that they're probably roommates. And then on the TV, there is a news reporter speaking, and they say, "The typhoon is expected to hit tomorrow afternoon. The local government has announced all schools and offices will close."
OK， 所以这时候一开始我们看到两个主角咯，就是 Mark 跟 In。两个人他在客厅看电视诶。不过呢，这时候我们有看到这句话，就是说明天预计台风呢会怎么样袭击 OK， 当我们用这个句型 The something is expected to hit somewhere else OK， 就是什么什么预计什么会袭来 OK， 动词的 hit 这里是袭击不是打的意思啦 OK， 所以他又提到说 The local government has announced 这个句型就是地方政府已经宣布了什么呢？当然就是刚刚提到大家都期待的停班停课。
No class and no work. That's the best thing about typhoon days. Also, sitting indoors and drinking hot chocolate while it's raining.
Nice.
So the article used the word announce here, which is a verb. And to announce means to tell many people some important information. To make an announcement, which is the noun form. It means to let people know about an event or something usually very important. You might make an announcement about a party that you're planning, or about your wedding, or sometimes about something terrible that's happened. Here's an example sentence with the verb announce. The judges will announce the results of the dragon boat competition after lunch.
Getting excited. 我们来看一下 announce 这个动词，其实就是宣布、宣告。OK， 它的名词是 announcement。举例来说 ，the celebrity couple announced their wedding last year, and they're expecting a baby soon. Whoa, congrats!
Wow, that's two big announcements.
对呀， 超好的消息。
Back to the article, and the news reporter is still talking, and they say, people should stay indoors and only leave their homes if absolutely necessary. That's very good advice because going outside can be dangerous, so it's better to stay indoors. Let's talk about that. The word indoors is an adverb of place, and it basically means inside a place, usually your house or home. The opposite of indoors is outdoors. Pretty easy to remember. I personally like being indoors when it's raining outside. You can get cozy with your quilt and covers and hot chocolate and watch TV and play board games. It's always good to stay indoors when the weather is bad outdoors because you're much safer inside. Here's an example sentence with indoors. My cat must stay indoors because we live on the 9th floor of our apartment building. The article also used the word absolutely. You should only go outside if it's absolutely necessary. This word is an adverb and it means with no qualification, restriction, or limitation. Totally. What does that mean? Well, basically, 100% that way, whatever way you're talking about. We often put the adverb absolutely before an adjective to exaggerate that adjective, to show that that adjective is important or 100% true. For example, oh, I'm absolutely exhausted. That means I'm 100% super mega tired. Or you could say, wow, that food was absolutely disgusting.
Ew.
So it's very kind of 夸张.
Okay, and you're absolutely right with those definitions. Okay, 我们来看一下 indoors。回到刚刚前面有提到，大家还记得它的意思吗？就是在室内，它是一个副词。那它的相反词当然是 outdoors，在室外。像是呢 Did you know this? I stayed indoors most of the time during COVID, and I ate 7-Eleven food all the time.
Oh no.
对，我真的很怕。Yeah, because I don't really trust Uber Eats. 我怕那个食物有人碰过。
可能。
Yeah, and cats love to stay indoors while dogs prefer to play outdoors. 通常啦。Okay, and we also saw the phrase if necessary. 如果必要的话。还有刚刚有提到 absolutely 这个副词就是绝对的、完全的如何。我们来看一下整句的意思，刚刚在说什么呢？就是people should stay indoors and only leave their homes if absolutely necessary. 人们应该要待在室内，非常必要时才离开家门哦。
So basically, stay home, only go outside if you really, really need to. Well, back to the article, and the news reporter is still giving us information about this storm. They say wind speeds could reach 160 kilometers per hour. Whew, that's a fast wind. Kilometer or kilometer, depending on where you're from, is an easy word to remember because kilo means 1,000 and meter, as we know, is 100 centimeters. So 1,000 meters is what kilometer means. It's a way of measuring distances, usually, but if we say kilometers per hour, that's a way of measuring speed. If you go to some places, the road signs will have numbers, and that is how many kilometers per hour you can drive your car. In the UK, we don't use kilometers or kilometers, we use miles per hour. Here's an example sentence. Taiwan is about 400 kilometers long from north to south.
好长哦。我们来看一下，刚刚有提到一个动词，就是 reach， 就是达到某个程度或者是数量哦。那刚刚还用到了公里 kilometer 或者是 kilometer，OK？ Did you know this? I ran 4 kilometers when I joined the cross-country race in year 12. That's way back. 我那时候脚超酸的 I had really sore legs. 4公里哦，不是开玩笑的。那我们刚刚有提到这样的一个句型 ，wind speeds could reach per hour， 就是风速可达每小时多长？那课文提到的是每小时100公里，160公里。
Wow, yeah.
That's really fast.
So think about how fast a car can drive. Like usually on the highway, you can drive maybe 80 kilometers per hour or 100. That's already very, very fast.
Yes.
So double that, and that's how fast the wind is moving. So very dangerous indeed. Well, back to the article, and Mark has something to say. He's pretty excited. A typhoon day. That's exciting. It's my first typhoon in Taiwan. It's kind of like it's his birthday.
Yeah, OK. 有的人可能觉得很好玩，但是如果有一些区域是一些受灾户，可能不会很开心哦。我们来看一下 Mark， 他说台风天呢，好刺激哦！这是我第一次在台湾遇到的这个台风天哦。So he's very excited.
Right, Mark is excited, but his roommate Yin is perhaps being a bit more realistic.
Yes.
Yin says they can be dangerous. This one could be very strong. We should make preparations for tomorrow. I like Yin. He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
Preparations is a noun, and preparations are the things you need to do to get ready for something. The verb is to prepare, which means to get ready. So preparations are the things you need to do, or the physical things that you need to be ready. We could make preparations for many things, including for traveling. Preparations include packing your suitcase.
Yeah.
For cooking, preparations could be chopping the vegetables. Or for playing a game, preparations could be setting up the game board. Here's an example sentence. Have you made preparations for dinner tonight? 6 people will be coming over to eat.
No, 怎么办？可能就要叫 pizza.
So lazy.
Okay, so let's take a look at this word. Preparations. 那我们来看一下 preparations， 通常它是以复数形呈现来表示准备工作。所以这个片语 make preparations for something 就是为什么东西做准备啦。举例来说 ，It's a lot of work making preparations for moving houses。我觉得搬家真的是很头痛，要做很多的准备，打包啦、封箱等等。OK， 那当然呢，有一些开心的 preparation， 像是什么呢 ？Christmas preparations， 就是要买礼物啊，布置圣诞树啊 ，or wedding preparations， 哇，要筹备一个婚礼，可是要准备超多事情的呢。我们来看一下课文整句的意思，就是台风很危险，所以呢，这个台风应该会很强。然后他就是跟 Mark 说，我们应该要为明天做好准备。
Well, back to the article, and Mark has managed to quell his excitement. He says, okay, what do we need to do? He means, what preparations can we make? And Yin says, we need to prepare, which is the verb form. We need to prepare supplies and make sure our apartment is ready for the storm. Very good indeed. Make sure you're ready because you don't want to be stuck inside with no food to eat and no water to drink. So they use the word supplies here. Food and drink could be a form of supplies. This word is a noun and it's usually in its plural form. And those are the things that you need to use in any particular situation. Office supplies are things like pens, scissors, and sticky notes. The word supplies is quite general, so we often use other words or the context of a conversation to talk about what kinds of supplies we need. So, for example, there could be supplies that you need for surviving a storm would be different to the supplies that you need to go to the beach for the weekend. Supplies for a stormy night could be bottles of water, snacks, torches, battery packs, etc. Here's an example sentence. We have enough supplies to survive for 2 weeks. Any longer than that, and we'll start to run out of water.
Oh no, water is super important.
That's probably the number one supply.
对啊，一定要喝水的啊。好，接下来他们就可能很好奇说，他们需要做什么呢？什么 supplies？ 就是生活必需品或是日用品，到底要准备这些是什么东西呢？首先 supplies 通常是以复数型的呈现哦，像是刚刚 Reese 已经提到很多例子，我们来看一下另外这个例子。Food and medical supplies are sent to drought regions， 就是说像是食物啊，或者是像是这个药物的这个医药用品，它们被送到干旱的区域。那刚刚我们还看到一个片语，就是 make sure 确保，然后这个整句的句型是 We need to prepare blah 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 and make sure our apartment is ready for the 什么什么。这个句型是说我们需要准备什么东西，并确保公寓有为什么东西做好准备。 也就是说，在我们的课文是提到说，我们需要准备什么呢？生活日用品 supplies， 还有确保公寓有为台风 typhoon 做好准备。
Yeah, very good. Get your supplies ready. Supplies could be things like water and food, but also, snacks and games and things to do.
Games.
You could also view
Movies.
those as, those could be kinds of supplies as well. You don't really need them to survive.
对。
But in this day and age, when we're stuck to our technology, perhaps they feel like things that we do need. Well, back to the article, and Yin says the cupboards are already full of food.
Oh, okay.
That's good. They don't need to do any grocery
news.
shopping. So the cupboards are full. Cupboards are small spaces around your home that you usually use to store things in. Kitchens often have many cupboards full of food or other useful kitchen items. You might find cupboards in other rooms in your home too, maybe in your bedroom. You keep things in them, and cupboards usually have doors to keep the things inside safe or out of view. Here's an example sentence. I found a moldy pack of cookies at the back of the kitchen cupboard.
所以要常常清理你的 cupboard， 也就是橱柜或是壁橱，它是一个名词。像是我常常是发现我们家的橱柜里面的食物都被吃光光了。We need to buy more snacks. The cupboard is empty and I'm super hungry. 然后半夜要起来吃的时候就发现没有食物了。OK， 所以课文提到是这个橱柜已经有满满的食物，所以看起来他们不需要去买吃的哦，到底还要买什么呢？
Okay, well, back to the article, and Yin has some more good ideas about how to prepare for the storm. Let's fill some bottles with drinking water in case the pipes break. Wow, this is something I wouldn't even think of.
Same. I thought just save some water for drinking.
Yeah.
我以为只是喝诶。OK， 我们来看一下 drinking water， 这里是饮用水，而 in case 就是以防或是万一怎么样怎么样。所以 in 它的提议是我们应该要把瓶子装满这个饮用的水，以防水管破裂哦。
Yeah, that's something that can happen. If a pipe outside of your apartment breaks, maybe you'll have no water left inside your apartment.
Right.
I have a question, Laura, about water in
Yeah.
Taipei. Is it safe to drink the tap water?
I was gonna say no. 我觉得我不太敢诶。
Yeah, well, I heard it's
Yeah.
okay, but I think it's better if you boil it or put it through a filter first.
Yes, that's what I do.
Okay, good. I have a
I do
filter.
both of that, filter plus boiling it.
Right, to be extra, extra safe.
Yeah.
Because the boiling kills any bacteria, and the filter takes out any metals or other things inside the water. Well, back to the article, and Yin has more advice. We should also charge our phones and find some flashlights. We could lose power.
This is super important. I would do this.
Yeah.
OK， 所以我们先来看一下动词 charge， 指的就是给什么东西充电。而 power 是个名词，就是电力，所以一定要把我们的手机充饱，然后要找一些手电筒，就是 flashlight or torch， 这是英式的说法，因为可能会停电啦。那通常还有很多人会准备一个 emergency kit， 就是紧急避难包，像它一定会装什么东西呢？像是 backpack 背包啦 ，water we mentioned， 还有不需要煮的东西 ，food that requires no cooking。OK， 还有像是什么呢 ？Prescription medications 就是处方的药物。Yeah, things like that. There are so many things that you have to prepare in case of a storm. Yeah, do you have like a Swiss Army knife? 瑞士刀。
No, I don't. I used to have one.
I heard they are really useful also for camping.
They are pretty useful because it has like a knife and then scissors and
对，
a
它有好多东
screwdriver.
西哦。
Yeah, but if I'm stuck at home, I think I have all of those things individually.
OK。
Yeah, this is a really good idea. And actually, I always have a fully charged like battery pack in my
okay.
bedroom. Usually, in case my phone is dying and I need to go and play Pokemon Go.
你真的
It's also pretty good to have one in case your power goes out, which is a pretty
Yes.
common thing to happen during storms. If the wind blows down the electric pylons, the whole block could lose
停
power.
电。
Well, back to the article, and Mark has a question for Yin. He says, got it. Could the storm break the windows? And Yin says, it might. We should keep away from the windows if the winds get really strong.
好恐怖哦！所以 keep or stay away from something or somebody 就是远离啊，避开。OK， 所以这时候他可能很好奇说， 这个台风可能打破窗户吗？那 In 就说可能哦。所以如果台风太强的话，应该要怎么样？ We should keep away from the windows. 我们应该要远离窗户，要不然可能破碎的玻璃会打到脸上。
Yeah, I heard some people said that you should tape your windows up with a cross.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But apparently that doesn't really work.
Really?
I think if you really want to protect yourself from glass, the best thing that you could do if you have a spare blanket is maybe hang a blanket up in front of the window.
They will catch the broken glasses?
Yeah, it will stop the glass from flying in.
好像蛮聪明的耶。
You know, it'll probably make it easier to clean up as well.
True. Sounds like a good idea.
Well, at the end of day one, Mark has one more thing to say, and his attitude has changed. He says, I'm getting scared.
Okay, Mark 本来是觉得很 excited， 现在他最后说怕怕，我有点害怕了。对
So cute. Well, that's the end of day one. Tomorrow we'll find out how bad the storm is and if they survive. But for now, let's go to our For You Chat question.
For You Chat.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you, 因为我真的遇过很多台风。I've experienced a lot of storms here in Taiwan. So our For You Chat question is, have you ever experienced a strong storm? Talk about your experience.
Yes, and actually it was not in Taiwan.
Really?
All
Where
of the
was it?
storms I've had in Taiwan were pretty small.
Right?
But when I was living in Beijing in 2012, I think it was, there was a huge storm. I don't think it was a typhoon, but it was just like a rainstorm, you know? And the entire city of Beijing flooded with like this much water.
Ew.
And like so, and it was my birthday. And my
So
friends had
unforgettable.
prepared like a birthday dinner celebration for me, and we still went. And I remember walking through the streets of Beijing like in water that was like up to my waist.
Yucky.
Really dangerous. I think maybe like 45 people died that day.
No way.
Yeah, people drowned in their cars, and sometimes you know on the streets you have like those metal manhole covers.
Yeah.
And they're like a sewer underground, right? Sometimes the water will make the cover float away and people fall inside.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Super scary and
Very
dangerous.
scary. I think in Taipei the danger is more with the wind. You know, the wind might blow something into your head, but in Beijing the danger was from the water.
Oh no, I hope that doesn't happen here in Taiwan.
Hopefully not, but it is typhoon season. Summer is the time in Taiwan when all the storms strike, so make sure you're prepared. And we'll be back tomorrow to see how our characters fare in the storm.
Vocabulary Review.
Announce. The school has announced that Sports Day will be on May 24th this year. Indoors. It's raining today. Instead of going to the park, let's find something we can do indoors. Kilometer. Kilometer. Kaohsiung is about 350 kilometers away from Taipei. Preparations. Make the right preparations before you go out in the sun. Protect your skin and bring lots of water. Supplies. Before we go camping, we should go shopping for supplies so that we have everything we need. Cupboard. Haley decided to go shopping because there wasn't much food in her cupboard.
智慧小补帖。
Absolutely. Absolutely.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net